Hello everyone and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a best of 3 series between Lucifer and I am Zhao's XiXi. Now hold on a bit, let's just reset this. There we go. So yeah, this is a best of 3 series from the recent RazerCup. I was meaning to cast the finals of the A1's Warcraft Cup or Championship, which is basically AWC, but that series is covered by Blue Shadow, so might as well not make a redundant series. So instead I just wanted to cast this. It is a Undead versus Night Elf, so it's one of those matches that I really wanted to cast. I was in the AWC one was a Night Elf versus Orc, which was Lyn versus who? Was it? It was Lyn. Wow, forgot. Oh well, cause yes, it was. No, that was a Orc versus Human. Lyn versus Enfi apparently. Somehow I thought that Enfi was a Night Elf for some reason. Oh well, it was actually Lyn versus Enfi for the AWC finals. Crota casted Tho versus Lyn, and I casted Enfi versus Moon. Usually, or at least I don't cast games that have already been uploaded, so that's how things usually go. But either way, Lucifer spawning as the grey undead player on the top left, getting himself a Death Knight, and XiXi spawning in as the pink Night Elf player on the bottom right, getting himself a Tavern Hero actually. Spawning in the bottom right, the map is on Terenas stands. Lucifer going to start out with that ghoul opening as it looks like. Yes, it actually is. Death Knight going to get himself a Cloak of Shadows, and it is actually going to be the Dark Ranger play. Okay. Add XiXi to the list because he is one of those guys that are gonna try this. From the amount of series that I've casted that featured this type of strategy, the Swarmer strategy, it didn't really work out well, but we've seen it a lot, especially in Terenas Stand, so dunno. Maybe there's just this unique gimmick that the Dark Ranger has in Terenas Stands, who knows. Either way, we have enough statues for Lucifer, not statues, enough skeletons for XiXi already to consider himself a Swarmer, maybe. Who knows? That rogue, I don't think actually... Ooh, can he get taken out? I think he can. Level 2 has been gained on that Death Knight, so he does have that unholy aura. Those skeletons have indeed begun moving to the main base of Lucifer. There we go right there, Dark Ranger at level 2 effectively. By effectively I mean that not many of these archers have been forced to tank the damage. And we have a lot of skeletons available. And as you can see, the skeletons are actually going after those acolytes. The ghouls will be able to deal with them, however the acolytes will be forced to actually run around that gold mine instead of doing what they should be doing and mining the gold. It is kind of unfortunate that Lucifer is going mass ghouls, however, because that will be a very good way to actually defend the base. And it doesn't really matter if ghouls are not harvesting lumber. It doesn't really affect the, I guess, later part of the game, mainly because ghouls harvest a lot of lumber at each trip anyway, so it's not that much of a loss. I guess the Dark Ranger would work well if it was against a fellow Night Elf. Yeah, maybe that's how it would work well. Either way, Death Knight is going to finish off an archer with a Death Coil. We might be seeing the same thing coming in However, this archer, oh, she's just going to be taken down the old-fashioned way. Dark Ranger really using a lot of mana, but can't get any ghouls low enough to kill. And yeah, that not really swarming that much. Either way, we have a lot of buildings just scattered around for XiXi. He has this Ancient of War over here. He has this Tree of Life expanding over here. XiXi, his main base is rather skeletal, I guess. His moon walls really need to be defended. If he loses this, that valuable mana is not well used, I guess. XiXi has hired himself a Goblin Shredder. I guess you could see this from Night Elf players. Despite that wisps don't actually consume the trees, the wisps don't exactly harvest that much lumber effectively, because they only harvest 5 per, I guess you can call it a trip. The best thing is that you can actually send them harvesting around the map, so you don't have to worry about that, but they only provide so little lumber. Some people just prefer to get that early Goblin Shredder. Double Ancient of Lore. XiXi, I'm actually surprised he expanded as well as teched up at the same time, so that's going to put a lot of strain on what he can and cannot actually produce. I'm surprised he went Double Ancient of Lore as well, because I don't think he has the economy to actually support that consistently, but who knows. We also have that Naga Sea Witch out as well, so going for a little bit of an archer theme here. I mean, we can obviously see that as the Naga Sea Witch is the second pick, but you know, themes are not really game winners, so yeah, I'm not sure if the gimmick of the Dark Ranger actually works or not. Lightning Shield is going to be casted and the archer is going to reposition herself. I would have expected hitting those two, as I mean, the damage would be even, but it doesn't really matter. Renegade Wizard taken out, and it's going to be a +6 strength item. Not the best, especially for the Dark Ranger. Naga Sea Witch is going to be focused immediately. We do have the Lich out for Lucifer, and the Death Coil will be able to finish off that Naga Sea Witch. Tree of Life, will it be destroyed? This would be incredibly painful for XiXi if this actually happens, and the Tree of Life will be demolished. Lucifer, unable to actually expand properly, will be able to clear the camp, but at the cost of his Tree of Life. And that was a lot of resources just wasted. We are going to go Mass Dryads. Not particularly good, especially against those Mass Crypt Fiends. Okay, we have the level 2 Dark Minions, but the problem is getting those Dark Minions at all. Oh, actually, XiXi has stacked up quite a hefty number of them. But she is out of mana now, so she is actually going to run away. Maybe pick up that Naga Sea Witch again. Maybe she's just being Ultra Revived. No, she is not. XiXi is sitting on a lot of resources again. Oh, there's the Naga Sea Witch. Apparently she was already revived. That's a lot of resources being sat on, except, oh, the gold has actually dropped significantly. You can see that Goblin Shredder actually being a little too much. So, yeah, that's why the Goblin Shredder is kind of an awkward pick sometimes. Either way, Mercenary Camp is going to be cleared out. Here we go with this Undead army, though. We have a third hero, the Naga Sea Witch. So it looks like Lucifer is already at tier 3. He does not have that many statues. He only has one out in the field. Orb of Corruption is on that Lich. And this looks like a very, very strong army to actually go up against what XiXi has right now. 49 versus 36. And XiXi doesn't have that much that would actually help him in terms of defense. He is trying to expand again, but at this point he really needs to have more units to deal with this. Ancient of Wonders has been taken out. Goblin Shredder will be following soon. Fork Lightning trying to deal the damage against the ghouls. Here comes the first bear, but how is the bear actually going to affect this? I have no idea. He's going to do well against those ghouls, but you know, those dryads are not doing well themselves. There we go with the bear form at Master's Training. The Dark Ranger is going to be forced to go back away from the fight. She did use that rejuvenation potion, so yeah, it's not really a combat item anyway. This is not looking good for XiXi. 27 army supply. Not many ghouls have been taken out for Lucifer's end, so I can't imagine his supply going down at all. Level 2 on that Lich, and that is looking to be rather gamish to me. Naga Sea Witch has been taken down for Lucifer. XiXi able to keep that Sea Witch alive for himself, and Lucifer is just regrouping just to go after possibly those Moonwalls. Level 4 on the Death Knight as well. Oh, it looks like the Naga Sea Witch is going to be the main focus again. There we go with a Nova Coil combination right there, and that is going to be a dead Naga Sea Witch. Dark Ranger is trying to revive herself. She is a level 3 hero, so she does take at least a minute 20, I believe, to revive. So yeah, XiXi does have 2-3 bears out. Let's see how they'll actually handle against 3 Crypt Fiends, 2 ghouls, 2 heroes, and 2 statues. Not well, I imagine. Ghouls, Crypt Fiends, not even upgraded, so yeah, Lucifer's focusing on the numbers here, and this is not looking good. 1 Moonwell has been taken out, and yeah, this one will actually force a supply block. XiXi's expansion just about completed with the entanglement, but seriously, his main base is destroyed enough. I'm not sure how much that will affect this. Either way, XiXi is still hanging in there. He is going to lose a bear from a Death Coil. I mean, that's a powerful ability right there. Either way, Dark Ranger will be up very soon. She will have 100 mana and full health, but she won't have any Moonwells, which is going to be a problem because this is XiXi's last Moonwell, and that's pretty much going to be the home court advantage for XiXi. Here we go with the Dark Ranger. Let's see how she will actually affect this fight. She does have a Wand of Mana Stealing, and she is quickly focusing down that Crypt Fiend. However, the Death Coils will be able to heal him back up. Rejuvenate on that bear. There we go with the Staff of not Sanctuary, Staff Preservation. However, this bear needs a preservation as well. He will not be able to get that, and he is going to be taken down. That's going to be 1 bear, 2 bear, and very soon it is going to be 3 bears. GG from XiXi, and that is going to be game 1 going to Lucifer. Yeah, not much to comment on. I'll see you guys in game 2.